paid how much for a mutt? Mainly Puppies Edition. Now there's not a ton of information on their website, so I did a little searching on Google and social media as well, and what I found is that they are one of the biggest puppy mills in Maine. So Mainly Puppies is actually a storefront for their Riverside kennels. They explicitly state that they do not buy any puppies for resale, so every puppy in their store is bred by them. On their website, they have 25 different puppies listed available from 13 different litters and 1 adult. Some of the breeds and mixes we see on their website are Yorkie, Shorkie, Mini Dachshund, Shih Tzu, Pug Dachshund, Chiweenie, Chinese Crested Chihuahua, Cairn Poodle, Frenchton, that's the adult, Pomeranian, Westie Shih Tzu, Shorkie Poo, Shih Poo, Westie. And then looking at some past litters, we see they also have Lhasas, Maltese, Papillons, Frenchies, and Schnauzers. And I just want to point out that these images, this is the only information you get about these dogs. They're not clickable. You can't find more information about their parents. If you try, like, there's nothing. Also notice that they have puppies born in January of this year, in October of last year, that still haven't sold, and yet they're still breeding. Now, they don't give us any information about their adults or how many they have, but they are state licensed, and Puppy Mill Free Maine has pulled some of their past inspections. This one from a few years ago reported a count of 244 dogs on their property. Another post that discussed their count of 243 dogs. There's a Reddit thread where somebody had asked about them, and multiple people in it talk about how this kennel is known for parvo and producing just temperamentally unsound dogs. Let's talk about how unhinged this breeder is. This is a review I found on puppies.com where they talk about how skinny their puppy was, how it had no potty training whatsoever at 5 months old, and how at that age it had a minimal amount of vaccines as well. And their response is honestly just unhinged. And they go on to say, like, oh, I'm not taking my puppies outside to expose them to any diseases, but like, you're not taking them outside because you're a puppy mill who doesn't do anything with your dogs. This was their response to being asked for pictures of the facility where the breeding dogs live. You can pause to read. This is a post about how Maine Citizens Against Puppy Mills set up an informative booth at a Tractor Supply, and the breeder called the Tractor Supply to complain to have them removed from the store. Here are some messages where somebody reached out to Mainly Puppies asking for information about the owners, like proof of care, vaccinations, information about them. They wanted to meet the parents before they agreed to buying a puppy, and this was their response. They suggested that she might have an eating disorder because she's very thin and may not feed a puppy properly. Then they delved a little bit into eugenics because how dare we suggest we want dogs to be healthy. And then she said that she would have spayed this lady if she were her dog because she dared to ask a question about how these parent dogs are cared for. So not only is this a puppy mill, it's a puppy mill run by an unhinged human being.